Hi everyone, thanks for coming back from lunch and joining us. I'm going to hand over in a minute to Gemma and Piers from TikTok. Without a doubt, the hottest social network around right now, but don't tell the rest of them that, especially not James Gray from Facebook, who was also fantastic this morning.
No.
I know, I'm going to hand over to you guys. I'm going to go on mute. Please put questions in the box, and if we get a chance, we'll answer them at the end.
All right.
Off you go.
Thank you very much, Laura. So just to introduce ourselves, so I'm Gemma. I work on the agency sales team. So if you work at an agency, feel free to reach out. And then we have Piers, who's our brand strategist. So he works across all of our challenges, can help you with strategic ideas and all the cool stuff like that. So we'll kick off with our video ad that was in the UK. You might have seen it on TV, and I love it. I never get bored of it. Amazing. So hopefully you've all downloaded TikTok, you've had a little play around with it. But our mission is to inspire creativity and bring joy to all of your lives. So as you can imagine, it's a great place to be right now. It's bringing a lot of happiness to people. We've all jumped on the dances and the trends right now. So we are growing massively. So TikTok is a leading destination for short form mobile video. And it's a fresh, unique, immersive, sound-on entertainment platform with untapped potential. Example of Apple. And it's a content platform for you. So everybody can be a creator. I've created about 15 videos of my cat now. I'm a real creator. My mum has created videos of the dog. So everybody can get involved. It is as simple as pressing the plus button and shooting your video. You can layer on effects, you can trim sound, and anybody can get involved. It's all personalized based on your interactions as well. And that's what makes TikTok really, really special. So the content is tailored to you. So my For You page will be very different to somebody else's For You page. So mine will be probably cats, dogs, celebrities, whereas my boyfriend's page will be wrestling, sport, and news. So it's really unique. And that's what grips people. And that's why you have a quick look on TikTok, and before you know it, it's been 2 hours. So it's all personalized based on what you like. And how it does that, it's a really special algorithm. So it starts to understand what you've liked, what you've commented on, what you've shared, and then also how long you watch videos. You can also push down on a video to say, I didn't like this. So the algorithm starts to understand what you like, and then you will be served the relevant content. And we also reach a diverse global community. So TikTok's all about being authentic and being yourself. And as I mentioned, everybody can be a creator. So ordinary users are getting involved, and they're creating their own videos. And it's not just about being, look at me and look at my house, my perfect life. It's all about being authentic. TikTok is also the most downloaded video app in the world right now. As you can imagine, we have grown massively as well during lockdown, but also just bringing that joy to people's lives right now. And engagement is off the charts. So this is a chart which shows the dwell time. So as you can see here on TikTok, users spend around 303 seconds on the app. So they're spending a long time on TikTok. They're creating videos, but also watching great content. So it's worth pointing out that TikTok is not like your usual social channel. It's more like a content platform. So you go on there to watch amazing premium content. You don't go on there to follow your friends. It's not about that. So comparing it to the other social channels. So Instagram, for instance, very snackable. I'm in and out. Facebook, might spend a little bit more time on there, looking at groups and events. Twitter, I'm in and out, spend a little bit of time each day on there, probably checking where my parcels are, finding out about news and breaking stories that are trending. And Snapchat, again, one-on-one conversations with my friends. I'll watch a video and I'll come out again. So as you can see, people are spending a longer time on TikTok, and that's why our engagement is literally huge. And our audience is exclusive. So as you may know, we are Gen Z millennial audience, and that's really hard to find. We have a slight duplication of audience with Snapchat, but it's really interesting to see that actually 45% of users that have downloaded TikTok are not on Facebook, and 43% are not on Instagram. So you have that real unique audience to tap into, especially if you're planning across all these other social channels. You should have TikTok on the plan to essentially get that extra reach. So here's what the user interface looks like if you haven't used it. So your homepage is called your For You page. So this is where you can watch your content, but also follow people. You can like videos, you can comment, and you can share. There's also a spinning disc at the bottom for the music. So TikTok was based on a music platform originally. So you should be able to find any sound on there, and any of the top 40 hits you can find on there to layer onto your video. Moving along to the Discover page, that's a little magnifying glass. Here you will find top trending topics. So you'll find Black Lives Matter there, but also what's going on in the world and what people are talking about right now. It's a really good page to go on if you want to search for something. So you can find any trending hashtags on there. Then you have your video shooting page. So this is it, essentially going straight in and shooting a video on TikTok. You press that little plus and you're ready to go. You can layer on your sound, you can layer on effects, you can trim videos, and you can do lots of cool stuff all in that app. You then have your notification page. So this is who's liking your videos, who's following you, and direct messages. Then your profile page. So this is your page. But also we can work with you to ensure that brands are verified. So if you see a little blue tick, that means the brand is verified, and we can help you build that organic reach as well as a brand. So how do brands get involved with TikTok? So what I'll do, I'll talk a little bit through the commercial offering, and then Piers will go into some really great creative examples. So TikTok is where brands and people come together to create moments that matter. So we have a unique audience, as discussed. We have our Gen Z, millennials, and trendsetters. We have a unique behavior. So we are more similar, I would say, to a YouTube. So it's unique because you're going on there to watch great premium content. And then also authenticity goes viral. So we are there to help you as a brand go viral and drive that UGC. Here's some really great examples of how everyday people are already creating their own commercials for brands. I would actively encourage you to go onto TikTok if you are a brand, to find out what people are already talking about and what they're posting videos about. So the first one is for Oreos.
Oreo, O and Rio, O and O, Oreo, Rio, re, oh, Oreo, ore, re, ore, re, ore, oh, re.
And then moving on to Pringles, which was a really great example that we actually did show the Pringles clients who have now come back and booked their first hashtag challenge.
Oh, she's sweet but a psycho, a little bit psycho. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind. Oh, she's hot but a psycho, so left but she's right though. At night she's screaming, I'm on my mind.
And the last one is for Tide. So we have a great relationship with P&G at the moment. And they sort of came to us and asked, you know, I can see some of the brands working on TikTok, but what about like a washing detergent? I can't really see that resonating with the audience. This was a really great example that we showed them. So as you can see, people are already creating their own commercials, and it's a really good place to start to see what people are talking about. So moving on to our ad formats. So I thought it's worthwhile showing you this so you can see what an ad is and how it works across TikTok. So we split them into 3 categories. So we have our takeovers, we have our in-feed ad, and then we have our more unique formats, which are the hashtag challenge and the branded effects. So I'll move on to the takeovers first of all. So our first one is our top view takeover. So this is your Piccadilly Circus in your pocket. So this is our premium video ad format, and it showcases your brand immediately when they open TikTok. So it's the best way to reach and engage audiences in a really impactful way. So as soon as you open your app on that day and there is a takeover, you will receive it then. It's a full screen video, it's sound on, and it can be up to 60 seconds long. It's a 1-day takeover with 100% share of voice. So you buy it on a cost per day basis. Also worth pointing out, you don't need to have a TikTok page as brand. You can direct people to site. So here at the bottom, you can see a little blurb here, and you can click to find out more. You can also like on the ad, you can comment, and you can share. We can remove the comment box if you didn't want it, but we ran a great campaign for KFC, and obviously the comments were amazing, so we would encourage you to leave it on there. So we can then also report back on all of the engagements for you as well. Moving on to our top view light. So this is a shorter version. It's a bit more basic, but again, very, very similar. You open the app on that day and the ad will launch. It's a full screen again, but this one is more of a static image GIF. And this is our only sound off format. So this one is a bit shorter. It's 3 to 6 seconds. But again, it's 100% share of voice on that day, and it's a 1-day takeover. Again, all the same features. You can click to site or you can click to a TikTok page. This one, I would say, is great if you've got limited assets. And then moving on to our last takeover, which is our in-feed 1-day max. So this one costs less than our 2 other takeovers, slightly different. This is the first in-feed ad that you will see on that day. So where can you find in-feed ads? So if you're watching a video, you swipe up and you will see in-feed ads in there. This format you can also target. It's worth pointing out that our takeovers are countrywide at the moment. We're hoping by next quarter you should be able to layer on targeting. So this is an in-feed takeover. It's a 1-day max, very similar to the other takeovers. You buy it on a cost per day. It's full screen, sound on video, and it can be up to 60 seconds long. So this is a really good example of what the government have been running with us. So this is the first in-feed ad that you will see on that day. Then moving on to our standard in-feed. So this is our in-feed brand premium. This is the one that you can run for a longer length of time. You can run it on a CPM basis, and it's a really good format to test if you're brand new to TikTok. So our in-feed brand premium ads are guaranteed to deliver in the first 100 videos in your For You page. All of our advertising runs across the For You page. So what you can do with this one, you can run it for a longer period of time. You can layer on targeting such as age and interest. And again, very similar to the other formats, it's full screen video. It can be up to 60 seconds long, and it's sound on. Moving down the funnel to our next format. This one is our in-feed brand auction. So what we can also do is set you guys up on our self-serve platform. So a lot of the agencies already have access to this. If not, you can always let us know. Very similar to Facebook ads. So these formats are perfect for conversions, app downloads. If you've got those strict KPIs and you want to work to reach and video views, brand auction is perfect for that. There's also a lot more targeting capabilities as well. So you can start to build custom audiences, lookalikes, you can retarget from takeovers. So it's really great for that performance and the metrics that you're trying to achieve. Again, all the same, full screen video can be up to 60 seconds, and we can you can support external or internal landing pages. And these are cost-effective CPMs on a bidding auction platform. So how this looks, so you've got lower funnel, you've got your brand auction ads, perfect for driving conversions and driving sales. Our best performing at the moment are actually app downloads. We are driving tons of app downloads across brand auction. Moving up the funnel, you've got your in-feed brand premium. So this is your premium in-feed format. So you would come to us to buy this on an IO on a CPM basis. Then moving up the funnel, we have our takeovers. So you have your 1 day max, which is your in-feed, which is the first in-feed on that day. And then you have our 2 top view takeovers. Next slide. So this is our more unique format. So this is our branded hashtag challenge. So it's a unique, engaging format to generate mass exposure and attraction around your brand. So it invites users to generate content with a branded theme. So we can work with you to think of a really great hashtag to get people involved, to drive them to a challenge page and essentially create their own video around the brand. So here is a great example. We can play it now for Elf.
Do that thing with your eyes. Let me see them lips. Couldn't give me face.
So as you can see, very catchy, very engaging. Of course you want to take part in this. The song is amazing. So it's driving people to this challenge page to show them your eyes and your lips and your face. A really, really simple concept. As you can see here, the 6 there with the little pink boxes, these are also creators. So you can work with creators to really give that massive reach and awareness. So I'll show you how it works on the next slide. So to run a hashtag challenge, it's part of a 6-day package. So part of that package, you will receive a banner on the Discover page, and that will stay live for 6 days. Your sponsored hashtag will then also appear on the Discover page as one of the trending hashtags. You will then also receive a takeover and in-feed ads. All of these drive people to take part in the challenge page. This challenge page stays live for 2 months. We also moderate it. It is moderated by humans. So every piece of UGC that pops up on this challenge page will have been monitored by a human. So you don't need to worry about anything unsavory popping up on there. But it's a great way to get people involved if you're looking for engagement and you're looking to create that viral effect. You can also then add on an extra layer and do a hashtag challenge plus. So this is just an extra little tab, perfect for retail clients. So if you click on the explore, I can show you an example here. So you're on the challenge page, you can then click on the other little tab and then you can search products. As I said, you can then click to site to buy these products. So it's perfect for retail clients. It's another little example here. But essentially, if you do want to drive sales, then your in-feed ads and your top view ad are perfect for that. Then we have our branded effect, very similar to lenses. So these are customized branded effects powered by intelligent video recognition technology. So there are 20 plus gestures and facial expressions. This example here that we're playing now is for Thomas Burberry. So to create the effect, you needed to do a T hand gesture and the effect will appear. There's also an effects bar where your branded effect will stay there on the top line for 3 days. After those 3 days, it will then move down to the third line of the effects. So we will promote your branded effect in there. These work incredibly well with the hashtag challenge, because as you can imagine, if you've got some sort of effect, people are going to take more action. They're going to want to get involved and share their video. So I think we've seen a 21% uplift in video generation because of an effect. But also you can lay them on any other format. So if you're running a takeover and you really want to drive UGC, layer on a branded effect. We also have lots of new effects coming up in next quarter on our product roadmap. So we have AR branded effects, we have branded scan effects. So there's lots we can do with you. So always just come to us and ask if you have any questions. So how do you use a branded effect? Really, really simple. You go on your homepage, you click the plus, you select the effect button. You will then receive the effect panel. So your branded effect will appear in that panel. And then you try out the effect. So using your hand gestures or even your expression, you then start to shoot the video and the effect will appear. Really simple. So why use a branded effect? So it really bridges your brand and your consumers and gives them a real fun and memorable interaction. And it really does generate high quality UGC. And it gives your brand a bit more of a buzz. People want to use effects. It's cool, it's a bit different. Also, it gets people to get involved. So it's great for engagement. And then the different types of effects and how they are triggered. So we can do facial body recognition. So it detects key spots and perfectly with your hand or your face. And then also we have our special beauty mode. So this is great for beauty clients. So you can allow users to virtually apply makeup. So like lipstick or blushes. Then we also have our motion activated effect. So this can be triggered by different movements like winking or nodding. There's lots of different ways you can use a branded effect. And finally, we have our creator marketplace. So as you may know, we don't have influencers, we have creators. And so you can be paired with a creator that's perfect for your brand. So if you are a beauty brand and you want to work with a young female beauty creator, we can help you with that. We can pair you with the right one. But also we can give you access to this creator marketplace where you can reach and connect with thousands of high quality creators. They are also global as well. But yeah, feel free to ask us if you want to reach out to anyone, or you can do that yourselves directly. But these guys are great at being able to give that extra reach. Some of them have millions of followers, but also they know TikTok very well and they know how to work with brands. I'm going to hand over to Piers now, who's going to talk about our creative best practice.
Hey everyone, as Gemma said, thanks Gemma. I'm Piers and I am brand strategist. So my team and my responsibility is to help create industry defining work that paves the path for you, our partners, to grow their brands on TikTok. So we work with brands and agencies and we support in developing their TikTok strategy. We work with agency leads like Gemma to educate on best practice, new formats, and new insights that will ultimately help you on the platform. So it's a really exciting time for us here at TikTok. More and more brands are starting to consider us as a part of a viable common strategy. And even more so that so many users and brands are really taking on the platform and really embracing it. So our growth has been very well publicized. And we're starting to get so much more interest from brands. And I know I speak on behalf of myself and Gemma when I can say that our inboxes are generally getting flooded with brands getting in touch and asking how they can really start to work with the platform. So to help you, I thought I'd compile a list of some of the top tips and creative best practice from lots of the questions that I'm getting from my clients. So hopefully I can start helping you when you're starting to think about how you can use TikTok for your brands. And before I go into it, I just thought I'd start with this. We've got TikTok for Business's newest campaign is launched today. And it's really anchored around this mantra. And we now are asking brands to really speak the language of the platform. So don't make ads, make TikToks. So for my first tip, it's think about how you're using sound. So unlike most platforms, TikTok is sound on by default. The moment you open up the app, you're hit with an audio visual experience. And sound is such an important part of what TikTok means for the users, not just in terms of discovering new music, but also serves as inspiration for how they can start creating their content. And sound and music has become synonymous with TikTok. Record labels and artists are starting to use TikTok officially and unofficially as ways to launch their own music. We've seen this in 2019 with Lil Nas X. He rose to the Billboard charts for 17 weeks, breaking loads of records, and his track launched on TikTok. And more recently, we've seen artists like Drake using the platform, seeding out his song, The Tootsie Slides, through creators on the platform where they were able to dance to the track. And now it's blown up, and you'd be hard gone by if you scroll through the app and you don't hear that song these days. So users expect sound to play a part in creative and challenges. And we found that when brands really lean into this, they can get incredible results. And this is a huge case study for us. It's Elf Cosmetics. And Gemma's referenced it earlier, but I think their challenge was to educate consumers on what Elf stood for, which was eyes, lips, face. And they did that with a hashtag challenge and a bespoke track. And I think this is a perfect example of how sound design turns ads into trends.
Do that thing with your eyes. Let me see them lips. Attitude and give me face. Eyes, lips, face. Wait, who you got that jet? It ain't no debate. Wait, show me love and I show it back. In the town, we the talk of that. Chat. With all my winners in the place.
I ain't got nothing left to say. I ain't come to play. Nah, I came here to slay.
Trying to catch a little bit of this sauce. Trying to catch a little bit of this sauce. See that thing with your eyes. Let me see them lips. Attitude and give me face. Eyes, lips, face. Wait.
So after showing that example, I guess there's a big question from brands and agencies. How can you start thinking about sounds as a part of your strategy? And for brands, there are a number of options available. Of course, if you have a track, or if your client has a track that is associated with an ad and they have the rights to use it, we can facilitate with putting that on the platform. Alternatively, associated with every brand's account is the license-free music library. So all of those tracks are possible to be used in your brand's creations. But if you've got a more ambitious brief, just like Elf Cosmetics, then we have music teams in-house that can help develop tracks and look at what's trending and help you develop that perfect sound for your campaign. The second tip is to find inspiration from trends, moments, and movements. So TikTok is a discovery platform, and creativity is the universal language. On TikTok, imitation is the finest form of flattery, and that extends to brands as well. And as much as we love to think so, like some of the best creative ideas don't come from within the business, as much as it kills me to say that, with that as my role. But some of the best work comes from TikTok's greatest assets, which is our users. And this is one of my favorite examples of how one TikTok, one small idea, can inspire thousands and thousands of users, and soon impact some brands as well. So here was the original idea. So I can imagine that was painstaking to set up, but the results have proved to be really successful, where people were starting to make make same versions of the video but with their pets. Or with real life. And this one gives me a bit of anxiety just watching it. And then finally, and this is the last time I'm going to play this song, but the brands took involved. So Chipotle made a great example. So hopefully this is a good example of how trends can really start from just one video and really explode. And I always recommend to any clients that I'm talking to that, play with the discovery function of TikTok. It's so easy to explore and find out what is trending and what's out there. And just a few minutes of research can really provide an enlightening view on what users are doing with your brand. And it also benefits in terms of understanding what is popular, can really benefit in terms of taking inspiration from those videos and understanding what's going to be popular when your content launches. The next tip is not to be afraid to show a different side to your brand's personality. So users come to TikTok to be entertained, and the majority of content is consumed in the For You feed. It's not necessarily people who we're following. So with that, it means that there's an expectation of variety, and that's something that brands can really lean into. As mentioned before, our new brand mantra is TikTok's for business is don't make ads, make TikToks. And these are two really strong examples that I've seen from two great brands in terms of how they have slightly tweaked themselves when they come onto the platform. So Gucci obviously is one of the most iconic fashion houses, commonly gracing the front pages, the back pages of fashion magazines, and really high premium ads. So the big question for them was how they adapt what they're putting on their Instagram onto a new platform like TikTok. So then you can see here, just jumping onto the trend of funny dances and getting these two amazing models to take part in something that wouldn't really feel suitable for other platforms. Puma has also become one of my favorite branded accounts on TikTok, just purely because they really are embracing how content works. Transitions are a huge big part of user content, and they've really shown how they can adapt to this too. Next tip is specifically around hashtag challenges, and it's keep it simple and make it fun. And hashtag challenges are probably one of our most famous products because it's so unique to us. And it's one of the first things that brands are asking us about when they want to engage with the platform. So the key objective for any hashtag challenge is engagement, and mass engagement, and all of that user-generated content. So the number one rule, as I said again, is keep it simple and make it fun. So Sports Direct is a really great example of this, and they wanted to hype the launch of a new football boot, but also find a way to inspire purchase and to get engagement, to build around this buzz. So their brief was really simple. Film a still move, followed by your niche celebration, but they also integrated a branded effect, which really helped that. Getting people to participate in this hashtag, and it really, really exploded. 154 million video views is really impressive, but I think personally, 113,000 videos that are created off the back of this is a real show of how people are engaged. I'll just show you one example here. So as you can see that at the end, that boot was one of the branded effects that they used to really enhance people's engagement. I think having a concept that isn't really overly specific and has a really low barrier to entry, all you needed to participate in that hashtag challenge was a football. But even if that was too much, we saw people who were making videos with toilet rolls and kicking toilet rolls. So there's many ways that people get involved with this, and that's why it got such amazing results. The next tip is to bring elements of your brand and product to life. TikTok really is a place where brands and products and creators can come together. And if there are ways that you can bring elements of your product, your brand to life, then you should definitely do that. And it enables users to play. And so one of the most obvious ways to do that is through branded effects. So I like to think of branded effects to be like performance-enhancing drugs for creativity. They can be used to inspire creativity and make the creative process so much easier for users. So here's a really simple Sims execution, which hopefully lots of us remember Sims from nowadays or when we were growing up. And there's that really iconic green triangle that was a feature of the game. And they kind of challenged users to reimagine what their lives would be if they were. So I think I think a good example there is that was when the face is towards the camera, that's when the green triangle appears, just to show you how the AI works. And that. I think when brands start to come to us and ask about branded effects, things that I tend to advise them on when they're thinking about this is how will that branded effect enhance the user's content and how will it support creativity? So things in the back of your mind. And the final tip is to leverage creators. Creators are the lifeblood of the platform and the hashtag challenge, and really getting their input is something that will really help drive authenticity and getting users to follow you in terms of starting to join in on these challenges. We always recommend working with creators. You know, we can help drive more reach, engagement, and participation. And there's a second comment here about don't focus on the follower number, but search for uniqueness. I think that's really important. It's not all about having loads of followers on TikTok. It's about aligning with someone who shares the same creative values, or that's who you should be collaborating with. And what's more is that you can boost creative content and put that in feed. So there's this really diverse way of working with TikTok. I know we've not got long left, so I'm just going to summarize.
I think we'll wrap up now, yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, I think we'll wrap up now.
Yeah, so these are the top tips. I'll just recap them. So think about how you sound, find inspiration from trends, moments, and movements. Don't be afraid to show different sides to your personality. Keep it simple, make it fun. Try and bring products to life through branded effects and leverage creators. So thanks very much from Gemma and I. And yeah, please stay in touch. Please reach out to us if you want help, if you need guidance, if you want to crash through some ideas. We're on hand to help out with this, and I'm more than happy to help.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.